It was a gutsy win for sure. What we brought in the second half was needed, and things that we try to execute and accomplish throughout. Obviously, the whole season, 82 games, and obviously with our back against the walls, we wanted to really make an emphasis on it, and we did so, and we're able to get a W because of it.
You guys did, despite things not going your way for a good, 2/3 of the game, you guys didn't seem to get frustrated by just having to dink the ball out and move it around against the zone and everything. Where does the confidence come from to be that patient in a game and know that things are probably going to turn around for you?
Just trusting each other, and honestly, to win, especially the way they were playing defense tonight. In order to win in a sustainable way, it requires you to trust each other, and the group of guys that we have in the locker room trust each other. So because of that, we were able to win.
Shay, you getting doubled isn't new, but it felt like some of the things the Raptors were trying to do in terms of how high they were pressing up on you, the aggressiveness and trying to get the ball out of your hands was maybe to a degree we haven't seen this year. I just wonder, what changes you saw in terms of your decisiveness, your teammates' decisiveness as the game went on, and just how much of this. I know it's a single game, but how much of this can carry over in the long run, maybe to a postseason run.
Yeah. Yeah, they were really aggressive with me, multiple bodies, pretty much every possession. In the first half, I thought we got. It kind of maybe threw us off a little bit to start the game. We were still getting good looks in the first half, didn't make them. But I think in the second half, I was moving out of it quicker, and my teammates did an amazing job of playing on the catch, making fast decisions, and being aggressive, whether it was to shoot or to drive and make the next play. And it was their decisiveness that won us the game tonight, for sure.
Yeah. And when you hear 63 three-point attempts and 8 free throws, what do you think?
Good aggressiveness, and taking what the defense gives you. I think at the end of the day, that's what it comes down to, especially on the offensive end. You just take what they give you, and tonight they put two on the ball a lot. They had a lot of loads, and they were leaving guys open, and it required us to shoot and make threes, and we shot and made them at a high rate.
And one more for me. I imagine because you were here since the beginning of the rebuild, even before it was a rebuild, that you take some ownership and, turning things around, just kind of the changes that have happened over these past few years. And after this game, it's the team's best 50-game start since the last year, Katie and Russ. Just when you hear that, what do you think?
We're headed in the right direction. We're doing something right. The last two seasons, we've gone tremendously better really fast. So whatever we're doing is clearly working. Just got to stay focused and not get complacent and do the same thing.
Teams have thrown a bunch of different stuff at you individually and you guys as a team. You guys have not played a ton of basketball together. What do you think's made you pretty good at figuring things out on the fly, at adjusting in games, things like that?
Personally, I've seen a lot over the years, getting used to it. And then I think at the end of the day, if you play together and play the right way, no matter what coverage it is, you'll figure it out. We have a group of guys that does that almost every possession, so it makes it easy.
And then Josh was in here just talking about, it's been a challenging year for him. He's had to change the way he plays because of some changes that you guys have made, and he's had to sacrifice some for the good of the team. He's gone through some rough stretches. What does it feel like when you see him have a game like tonight where he's really making plays, he's in the right place at the right time, making winning plays?
Yeah, you just tip your hat to him. A guy like Josh it's the hardest thing to do. He's been a dynamic ball handler his whole career, and some of that has been pulled away from him, obviously. And for him to, like you said, sacrifice, and then tonight, his ball handling and his making plays was needed because of how they were playing defense. And for him to just step up and he never pouts, just keeps his head down and works and be ready for the moment is big time. And that's what professionals do, and he is that for sure.
Hey, Shai, how are you?
Good area.
Good to see you. A couple of questions for you. One, I don't know if you're aware or not, but I think the only guys had more 30-point games through 50 games is MJ back in 86, 87 or something like that. And I'm just was asking Mark previously, what do you attribute your consistency, especially when the level you're trying to reach is so high?
I'm very, very strict on consistency in every aspect of life, and I think it helps with my basketball. Whether it be eating, my day-to-day schedule, how clean my house is, what I do in my time, whether it's planned out or not. I try to be very, very strict on discipline, being consistent. I think it helps with basketball.
And then, I'm sure you're not thinking about major individual awards at this stage, but obviously your name's out there, and it's been, I think, 20 years since Steve won his. And when you hear some of that talk regarding an MVP, how do you respond to it, and where would it fit in your set of goals?
It would for sure be up there. I think for every basketball player it is. It's obviously, I'm not naive. I can hear it. Now I channel it out, and I try to focus on the day in and day out. It's what got me to this point, and I'd be stupid to do otherwise. So I focus on the day-to-day for sure.
And just one more, if people don't mind, not yourself, but RJ, you go through basically all the guys who were on that team this summer. They've all had very good NBA seasons to this point. Do you think there's a correlation, other than they're all good players, but do you think something about that experience kind of let them unlock something?
Absolutely. I'm a big advocate of playing FIBA basketball. The style of play, the pace that they play at, the physicality, and at the end of the day, you're playing real basketball games with real refs and real game management and real coaches in the summertime when most guys aren't, and it gets you more reps and more ready for the NBA season. And the last 2 summers I played FIBA basketball, and I felt more sharp coming into the season, and it's for sure no coincidence.
Thanks. Good luck.
Yeah, thank you.
Shai, over the course of your career, you've had a lot of really great vets in your life, from Chris Paul, Al Horford, Steven Adams, and others. Now you're the vet on the team. Kenrich the other day told us that you've really taken Dub under your wing. What exactly has that entailed in terms of working with him?